Hello everyone, my name is Jonathan Corbett, and today I'm going to talk about the single most important element to success in your photo and video business. What you need to learn in photo and video, applying it in your life and in your business, and using it to succeed. Hello everybody, welcome to episode 2, and thank you very much for all the 47 subscribers who are a result of episode 1. I really appreciate your support. I have rewatched episode 1 myself several times, and I know it wasn't easy to get through, so I really appreciate it. I have taken lots of you guys' feedback into consideration. I'm implementing it into this video. So one of the things I'm going to do is take myself off script and just talk a little bit more naturally as if you guys were here with me. And I think, honestly, I'm gonna like that a lot better myself. So today we're in my home studio that is in progress, and I have had a couple people ask me about that. I'm not going to be dedicating the episode to my home studio today, but it will be in the very near future. It's not quite finished yet. There's still some things I'd like to do, but for now, this is where we are. Anyway, back on topic. What we're discussing here today is the single most important element to success in your photo and video business, which I believe is, drumroll please, it's got to be, without question, the most important thing is honesty. And we're going to talk about what I mean about that. We're going to talk about how I think honesty is important to yourself, first, but also to your clients, to your everyday process, and how that can really change your business. In the future, I'm going to talk a lot about other things, and if you don't have honesty first as a foundation to everything you do, these other things will not work. So this could be applied in lots of different ways, but I think what is most important is you being honest with yourself as a photographer, a business person, and a videographer. For example, if you're a photographer who just can't admit that you are not putting in enough work to your craft, you're gonna have a really hard time with the future of your business. Lots of times I think we as photographers like to think that we sort of have arrived. I meet lots of people within my own local industry here who for some reason have gotten this idea that they're kind of the gift to mankind and to their clients. And they really aren't even that good. And I don't mean to try to play them down and put myself up, because I'm not going to even give an example of their work or my work. I'm just saying they get this idea in their head that there's something special when, if they were honest with themselves, they kind of learned one trick a few years ago, and they've been milking that for all it's worth for years, and they haven't updated their style, they haven't updated their technique, they haven't practiced a new skill in a very long time. And inevitably, clients will stop hiring them for jobs because it's old news, it's outdated, it doesn't get attention anymore. And these photographers, rather than saying, hey, you know what? My pictures just aren't getting the same attention that they used to. Maybe I should do something about my style. Maybe I should go back to the drawing board, relearn some of the newest things that everybody is really talking about, and implement it into my business. What will happen, rather than them taking a humble look at themselves, is they'll instead blame it on everything around them. They'll blame their clients for being too cheap or too picky or hard to work with. They'll blame the industry for all the new people who are amateurs and are spoiling the industry, and they'll hop on a Facebook group or a photography forum, and they'll get together with all of their, bitter friends in the industry, and they'll just waste hours every night consoling each other rather than being honest with yourself and saying, you know what? Maybe it's me. if you get in the habit of being honest with yourself, it might hurt a little bit for the short term, but long term, you're going to experience a lot more success. Because if you keep lying to yourself about the problems, those problems aren't going to go away. They're going to stay. They're going to keep ruining your business and your income, and that hurts your ultimate livelihood satisfaction. So you've got to be honest and start searching for the problem. Anyway, I think everyone gets the point. This is a bottomless pit we could go down. One thing I will say though is, while you do want to be honest with yourself, you don't want to beat yourself up and say, you know what, this is all my fault. I'm just not cut out for this. I shouldn't have gotten into photography and video. I'm just gonna sell home equipment and go back to my 9 to 5. Perhaps, if you find yourself saying or thinking those kind of thoughts, stop short of that. But do re-examine your business, your personal habits, and see if you can't find something that needs to change. The second part of honesty that I really want to talk about is being honest with your clients. Now, this seems like common sense. This seems like something that everybody would always do. But with my 5 or 6 years out there in the real world of business, I'm finding that habitual lying on a grand scale or on a small scale is far too common. I see this in photographers, but I also see this in some of my clients. And it is a really, 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 really detrimental habit that you can have that can sabotage your success. Let's take a small lie that I think is pretty common to a lot of people. I see this all the time. Let's say it's 8 a.m. You are preparing for a shoot at 9. You're putting everything together. You're on your way, and you're realizing you've gotten in the car. It's 8:50. The shoot is 30 minutes away. You're not going to get there till 20 minutes after 9. So obviously this is embarrassing. This isn't professional. You may not even call the client. You're just going to hope that maybe they'll be late too and they'll call you first, or just they won't mention it and you'll get there and we'll just start at 9:20. That's really not a good thing to do. You've really got to make sure that if you see that you're going to be late, own it, pick up the phone, let your client know beforehand that, hey, you're running a bit behind. What happens a lot of times, and I get messages like this all the time, is they'll invent a small story or a small catastrophe that I know not to be true. Now, certainly there are times when, hey, there's a family emergency that came up and they don't give any more details than that. I'm not going to assume that they're lying to me, but there have definitely been times when I'm driving on the interstate, I'm on time, and I get a message from a client that say, hey, I'm so sorry, there's this huge backup on the interstate, I'm not going to be there, and I'm on that same interstate. I just drove through that same interstate that you said that you were on, and there's no backup. It's just a really, 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 really bad thing to do. Plus, when you start getting in habits like that on small things, it's gonna get bigger and it's gonna turn away clients. People really, 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 really do want you to be 100% authentic and honest and upfront. So if you are late, give people a call, send them a small text message. You don't have to give a reason why, just state the fact that, hey, I'm running 15 minutes behind, I'll be there at 9:15. And make sure you don't, as well, if you're gonna tell the truth, still tell a smaller lie at that point when you're saying, hey, the GPS, and you're looking at the GPS says you're not gonna be there till 9:20, and then you tell your client you're not gonna be there till 9:15 just so it doesn't sound quite as bad. No, because that 9:15 is gonna come and you're not gonna arrive, and the 5 minutes that you don't get there feels like 5 years to them. That comes off as super unprofessional. Anyway, my name is Jonathan Corbett. Thank you so much for watching. Some topics that I'm going to talk about in the near future include setting up this studio, how much it cost me, what size and dimensions that I took. Another thing I'm going to talk about is how to track your time and how to make sure that you're keeping yourself accountable with your time. because time, I think, next to honesty, is probably the number two in element to success within photo and video. And if you have another topic that you think you would just like to hear my thoughts on, please leave a comment down below. Click subscribe, and if you want to get notifications, hit the bell. And I'll look forward to doing the next one. Thank you.